Hey, with Maria Pearce, KAM60, The Butterfly Prince is the screenplay at the Female Film Festival. So this is a grand story. This is kind of from your imagination, correct?
Yes, yes.
And when did you kind of come up with this idea for the script?
About 6 months ago only. It was more like an inspiration. I woke up every morning, and every morning I had a story to tell. And then I went immediately to the computer and I started typing.
Oh, wow. And then then what did you like what was your experience writing stories or screenplays before this?
Very minimal. My experience was minimal. I always dream or tell my own story, like a autobiography. That's what
Okay.
I always has planned in mind. And I was thinking one day when I retire and I got the time, I will write about myself. But suddenly these ideas start coming to my mind, and I say I just need, because keep coming a lot, so you have to write them.
And it just flowed out of your mind, I guess, right? Like you just felt the urge to type and it just flowed out of your mind.
Yes, yes, yes. Very inspirational. At times, I have to do a little bit of research because the story is about galaxies, and I came across people who are real people. Despite that the movie is all fictional and all the characters are fiction, I got some inspirations from real people as well that I found through my research.
Gotcha. And then what, tell me about the research then. Because obviously these are not real characters. So what was the process with that?
Yes, when things came to my mind, like for example, my first language is Spanish. So I remember one morning I woke up and this Spanish song, very old song, that I haven't listened to this song for 30 years at least or more, came to my mind. And this song was saying, El toro enamorado de la luna, which is mean the bull in love with the moon. Is a song. It is a very old song, and it keep repeating in my head, repeating in my head. So I knew it was related to the book. So I start typing a little bit, and then I realized, okay, the bull in in love with the moon. I need to read a bit more about this because I was typing about Greek mythology and all those sort of things. So I started reading more about it because I always been passionate about it. So I started investigating more, and I found the moon in the mythology used to call Selene, and the bulls or Taurus. And I said, well, that's what it's telling me to write a story about the bulls of Taurus and the moon and Selene. And then I put it together there. Then I say, okay, well, Libra and Leo, they are the bad guys of the movie. They go and convince the moon and manipulate the moon. And then the moon is going to influence these bulls. And the whole story came together. That's actually the last chapter of the screenplay, the last story. But that was one of the first story that came to my mind. At the end, when I put it all together, ended up being the last one. But that's how it happened. So the idea come to my mind through a song or a little sentence or whatever, and then I put it together doing a little bit of research as well.
Wow, that's interesting. So
Yes.
then thematically, I guess your script is about kind of like about family, but it's about family feuds and like jealousy and love and the dysfunction and complications of most families, I guess, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But then there's a lot of heroes as a result of that. Okay, KAM60 obviously is the hero of the family because he sacrificed. He's quite young actually, because this movie, when I started typing about it, I thought, okay, who is my audience? Who I'm looking to? So I'm thinking in people in their 20s, young adults.
Yeah.
So all of them most of them are young adults, all of my heroes. So KAM60 is like 23 years old. Okay. So it's a very young person who has such a responsibility, to go to another planet, to across the galaxy and another planet and fulfill this quest. Okay, then the girls, the ladies, all the 10 virgins or 10 maidens are around that age as well, are between 20 and 30, because that's the age of the old brothers that they're gonna marry. And they are young girl, like his wife Ichel, the Mayan girl, she's 21. See, so it's all these young people, they are heroes. And some of the characters, I look at them, people, they, again, people who at some point was real, like Magdalena Siga. She was the first female astronomer and astrologer. And I put her as a Lena there. And there is the other real person, real lady, very strong character, is the bullfighter, Aurora. She was the first female in real life in the 1930s, the first female bullfighter in Spain. And at that time, Spain was going through a civil war. So she has to face this dictator. They didn't want any female bullfighter, and all the critics, because all the bullfighters were male at that time. There was no female. So she has this strong courage, that's amazing woman. And all these things I found it through my research. And then I decided this is what I want for my characters. I want these young women to be strong, to have courage, to have compassion. So I put all those characteristics on them.
Oh wow. So who's your main character in the it's KAM 60, I guess that's your
Yeah.
main character.
Yeah, KAM60. KAM60, he's the time traveler and space traveler. He comes from the Butterfly Galaxy, which is located in the constellation, Virgo constellation. And he's the main character, but also the 10 ladies that he found, the 10 virgins that he found in the planet Earth are heroes as well.
Are heroes as well. So there's like 10
Yeah.
females
Yes,
that he
10
finds.
females. Yes, that he find, because that's his mission. His mission or his quest is to come to Earth, to the planet Earth, and find these 10 virgins who will marry to all of them, the 10 brothers, and then with them having children apparently in the butterfly galaxy, because the reason why it calls butterfly is because it's a couple of galaxies they are getting together, and they call it the twin galaxy or the butterfly galaxy, because it's two galaxies colliding together. And then the stories say, this is all fictional, in that place, because it's a twin, all the birds are multiple. So by then having 10 couples, having lots of children is the beginning of repopulate the place, because the place has been decimated after the war against Leo and Libra constellations. They are the bad guys of the movie.
So he's like a prince to like he's a prince
Yes, he's
called the
a prince.
butterfly
Yeah,
prince, but
he's a
yeah.
prince.
So he's got king
Yeah,
and a
there's
queen.
a king
His mothers
and
are
a
both
queen.
parents are
King
kings and
Messier.
queens, yeah.
Yes, Kim Messier and Queen Alba are the parents, and then all the children are last name Messier. And the reason why I picked that last name Messier is because there was an astronomer that is not well known, a Charles Messier in the 1800s, and he found all the Messier objects in the sky, most of them in the Virgo constellation, and all then called Messier objects. So each of the brothers, including KAM60 in real life is the Messier object, which is an object in the sky, is part of the butterfly galaxy. So all of them are, that's why they all call M 49 and
Yeah.
59, because that's what is named on NASA, I guess.
So Messier, so yeah, so basically the real life astronomer, yeah. There's also like in Canada, there's also a very famous hockey player named Mark Messier.
Yes, yes,
I don't
yes.
know if you know that, but yeah, so yeah. So
Okay.
okay, so Charles
No.
Messier. So you're kind of you're kind of giving tribute to like our human world within this kind of fantasy element, I guess, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, it is a fantasy, the whole thing, but I'm trying to honor those people as well because I think they were amazing people and they know well known because when you look at a Galileo, you hear about there's some stars name like that, and some, for example, you see Columbus, and there's all these. Some of the space travelers, like the Challenger and all of them in honor of people, Apollo, the rockets, but you never seen one called Messier,
Yeah,
and he was very important too. Yes.
gotcha. So is there in the world, is there two galaxies that merge like you have in your script?
Yes, yes, that's what they call the butterfly galaxies. And that's where the butterfly name comes. The butterfly name is not so much from the insect, which is a beautiful insect, and I love it. I'm passionate about it. But the name in the fictional story is more because of the galaxy.
Oh
That's where
wow.
he comes from. That's what he is. KAM60, M60, Messier 60 is the butterfly galaxy. And then when he takes that human form, he has the butterfly tattoos. And then to recognize how he's going to recognize the 10 virgins in the planet Earth. They are descendants of the Virgo. The 10 virgins must have the Virgo genetic component to be the correct ones for that family. So how he's going to identify them? They also have the butterfly tattoo. They must be born in the Virgo, because it's all intertwined, astronomy with astrology. Okay, so they must be born in the Virgo star sign, all the 10 maidens. And also, once he is approaching Earth, he made an archangel named Ariel. And this archangel become his guidance and his support and his advisor. Is a beautiful archangel. And all the time that he goes on a mission here in Earth, he consult with her. But when he met her for the first time and tell her about his quest, she also helped him with another way to identify the 10 virgins, and she gave him an emerald ring, and she said, the real virgins must fit this ring. If it doesn't fit the ring, it's a fake one. Okay, because Libra and Leo, the bad guy, is gonna send him the fake one as well. So the way to identify which virgin is real and which one is not real is with the emerald ring. And this is very funny. This emerald ring, there are stories very funny when the emerald ring doesn't fit and how the ladies get so upset, because they want to be selected as the
Mhm.
virgins going to Virgo, but they're not real ones. So the emerald ring test is the one who tells you which one is the real and which one aren't.
So why do they have to be virgins?
Oh, the reason why I call it the virgins, it's not really, they don't have to be virgins. What happened is because it's all related to Virgo. Okay, the Virgo is a star signs, is the only star sign that is represented by a virgin. If you see all the other star signs, they are animal. Cancer is the crab, Capricorn is the goat, but the only one that is represented like a maiden is Virgo.
I'm a
So it's all
Virgo.
related to the word Virgo.
I'm a Virgo. That's my
Good,
sign.
good. So excellent, fantastic. So it's just that. It's just that. But in some parts of the script, I call them maidens. It can be called
Gotcha.
maidens. It doesn't have to be virgin in the terms of sexuality. No, it's just a maiden, a young woman with values.
Gotcha.
Okay, a hero. Yes,
What's
that's
your
what
what's
it
your
is.
sign?
Sorry.
What's your sign?
My star sign
Yeah.
is Capricorn. That's what Uncle Capricorn is the favorite. Because
Okay.
I'm a Capricorn.
Uncle Capricorn. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So like
Yeah.
this is a lot, there's a lot of thought. So how long did it take you to like so basically you said you started writing before work every day?
Yeah, I was off work at that time. That was last between
Okay.
October, November, and December. Yes, I was working from home and sort of off work, so I had the time to do it. Obviously, to write the draft was very quickly because it kept coming very fast to my mind. But once I got the draft, I have to edit it, and that took longer. So yeah, that took longer because I'm English second language, so I have to get help from my husband, which is an Australian, my son, yeah, to edit it, the language. They was well written, of course.
And so your family is so I'm assuming they're a strong supporter of your of what you're doing.
Absolutely. Yes, yes, they are. Yes.
Yeah. And then you decided when you're finished to get it out there, like kind of get people to see it.
Yeah, well, the original plan was a book, which I
Okay.
still have that
I can see
on
that.
mine. Yeah, the original plan, it was written as a book, really. I wasn't thinking in a screenplay at all at this point in time. I'm thinking I'm writing a book. However, after was complete, I sent the manuscript to a couple of people and I spoke with some literacy agents who get you in connection with publishing books. And they were saying that they did like it, the script. They think they thought there was a very good book. However, I have a few things like one person say it's too short. It's too short for a book. You need to add more things, which I'm planning to. I'm planning to add more things, but she said at this point in time, I think it is 80 pages. She was saying that I needed at least another 50 pages for a publisher to publish it as a book and other things like that. So I said to myself, now I'm at this point in time, I was very busy with work. And I said to myself, well, I can't write another 50 pages right now. I got some ideas in my mind, but I just don't have the time. So I want to know if people out there like this story before I committed to write another 50 pages. That's going to take me a long time and all that. So I decided, why don't make it as a screenplay? And then that way I can send it to people and see the reaction. So I reduce it a bit to make it a screenplay. Is actually have less pages. The screenplay is a little bit shorter, and
Gotcha.
then I submitted to those all those indies festivals, and it has such a positive reaction. I already got 4 awards or 5 awards from from some of the festivals. I started submitting in January, and every month I have won at least one award
Oh wow.
from those festivals. Yeah, yeah. So that
Congratulations.
actually has motivated me. Now I know that I need to complete the book because it's getting a very positive people opinions. People are contacting me, giving me all these awards and motivating me. So now I contacted a publishing company and I'm gonna start working on to complete it as a book.
Well, congratulations. It's so, and that's what you're working on right now?
Thank you. Yes, I'm gonna start in during Easter. During Easter, I'm gonna start working on the other 50 pages because it's all here. I know what I gotta do. It's just the time to do it.
Do you have like an outline? Do you outline things or you just have just go on your on what's in your head?
No, really, that's one of my weakest link, like they say, is the formatting. For example, with the screenplay, I try with a software, but I really didn't know what to do. So I'm struggling a little bit with that part, because I'm not a writer. This is my first time that I'm trying to do this. I never studied journalism and all any of those things, so I'm a little bit, yeah, it is hard sometimes to adapt to the formatting for everything, whatever is a book. or whatever is a screenplay. Like I said to you, when I finished the first 80 pages, I thought that's it. That's enough for a book. And then the book expert said to me, no, 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 you need another 50 pages. So that's sort of, logistic is where I am a bit stuck because I never done this before.
Gotcha. Well, like, how does it feel? You're on your way, I guess, right? Who would have thought? Like, did you think like 5 years ago you'd be talking about something you wrote?
No.
Yeah,
No, no, no. I thought because I'm an academic, I thought I would be writing more articles because I have written articles, but very scientific articles, about the human body because I'm a nurse as well. So those sort of things. So I never thought I will write about fiction or
yeah.
about the galaxies, and all that sort of thing never crossed my mind 5 years ago. No.
That's amazing. So before we leave you, we have to ask you a fun question because you put down. We asked you a question in the blog interview, what film you watched the most times in your life, and you said Contact and Silence of the Lambs, which are two starring Jodie Foster starring vehicles. So you're a fan of Jodie
Yes.
Foster then?
Yes. Yes, yes, I am. I'm fan of Jodie Foster. And Contact, related to space, Contact was a movie that really impacted me because I do have a passion for astronomy. I always look at the planets with my naked eye. I
Yeah.
always look at them. Always look at the stars. I always have a passion about that. And so Jodie Foster is my main lead lady in Hollywood that I like it, and Contact is one very important movie and quite related to what I've written. And the other part of Hollywood movies that I like is adventure. I always like, Indiana Jones, for example, was also my hero, and I like it. In particular, the first one, Riders of the Lost Ark, and The Last Crusade. To me, those are the two best Indiana Jones movies, and I've seen them many times. And also, KAM60 is sort of like an adventurer, like Indiana Jones. So that's probably what I have written about those things because I'm also myself consider myself an adventurer. I traveled all the way from South America to Australia 30 years ago. Without not knowing anything about Australia, I just packed my bags and I said, as a young woman, I'm going to Australia. I didn't know anybody here. I didn't know what Australia was like because back then it wasn't internet, wasn't Facebook, was nothing like this day, Instagram, no social media. So I had no idea what Australia was like. And I decided that, and I has traveled all over the world because I'm an adventure. And my characters, all those ladies, are around the world. All are maidens from places they I've been. They inspire me, and cultures they inspiring me, and that's why they are on my writing included.
Are you still in Australia?
Yes, I'm in Australia. It's 4:30 in the morning
I was gonna
in
say, like,
Australia right
why are
now.
we doing the podcast at in the afternoon, my time? You up at 4:30 in the morning?
Yes, it's 4:30 in the morning in Sydney, Australia. This
I
is
know,
where
but
I
why
am
did you
right now.
schedule it so early in the morning? Now I feel bad.
No, 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 no. Don't feel bad. It's okay because that was the time that was convenient for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so
No, but we have
you are
like
in the
nighttime, like
afternoon.
so my nighttime than your dates because I talk to people from like Japan or like China or whatever, like which there's it's but I now I feel terrible that basically so what time did you just woke up for this podcast? You seem so sprite.
Yes,
You seem so jolly at 4:30 in the morning.
it's okay. I'm always like that. So
Okay.
it's okay. I'm going back to sleep when I finish. That's
Oh, well,
right.
go
It's
back to sleep.
Saturday here.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's so great. I like it's
yeah, that's
yeah,
good.
like did you go to sleep yet or no?
Yeah,
Did you go to
I will.
sleep?
I
Like,
will.
did you stay up all night or did you go to sleep and then wake up for this?
No, I slept 4 hours and
Okay.
then I woke up.
All right. Well, go back
Yeah.
to sleep. Amazing script. I wish you the ultimate best of success and thanks for coming. And that's amazing. All right. I have a good have a good sleep
Thank
and I
you
wish
to you.
let's talk when when this is made into a book.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah,
And no worries, that's the way we do things in Australia. We do it whenever it's possible to do it.
cool.
So I'm fine. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm very positive. And thank you so much. And all the best for you two guys. Okay.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.